Good evening. This is Ty Morton, and I am a University of Phoenix student in Nursing 545 with Professor Susan Dalliner. I will be talking briefly about understanding results of an assessment, which was based on an assignment from week 5 of the class. The assignment was to write a 1,200 to 1,400 word paper describing how you would instruct a chosen population on emergency care for pediatric clients with tracheotomies and/or ventilators. The paper would be based on instructing one of two types of people: the adult nursing staff or the parents of pediatric patients. Included in the paper would be signs and symptoms of respiratory distress, the use of alarm monitoring such as a pulse ox monitor or a CR monitor, or a ventilator, and the like, what may be reported to the doctor, and to anticipate what steps could be taken in transferring a client to another facility for emergency care. The paper also included a brief synopsis of a video to watch: emergency care of a client with trach and vents. Added in the paper would include a title and reference page that had to be in APA format. The way that I would assess how the students would submit the paper would be an analytic rubric, also a grading rubric. In the rubric, the scores are from 1 to 3 for each category, 3 being the highest, 1 being the lowest. And it's based on an understanding of the concept of respiratory distress, gathering of information, the use of sources, organization, APA format, and grammar. The scores are ranging from whether it is satisfactory in understanding of the concept, if the gathering of information presented all the criteria for the assignment, if the sources were reliable and accurate for the assignment, if it flowed well and the assignment was organized, if APA format was followed both in text and the reference page, and whether grammar was satisfactory with minimum errors. If the paper was exceptional in all of that, you would score a total score of 18, meaning you scored all 3s. A score of 2 means that the concept was average understanding. The gathering of information was somewhat gathered for the criteria presented for the assignment. The sources were somewhat reliable and accurate for the assignment. The assignment is somewhat organized but have some gaps in content. The APA format is somewhat correct but with some errors in text and or the reference page. And there was average editing with a few errors. If you scored a 2, it would be a 2 in those categories. A score of 1 in each category means there was little understanding of the concept. Information gathered does not include any of the criteria presented for the assignment. Sources have no reliability and not accurate for the assignment. The assignment is disorganized with a lack of flow and lots of gaps in contents. APA format is not formulated correctly and contains many errors, whether in the text and or the reference page. And there's poor editing with many, many errors. Using the analytic rubric will allow me to understand how much the student understands the assignment, how much they are learning, and whether or not they can use adequate resources, are organized, and follow the format correctly. I would explain the rubric to the students ahead of time, and I would do the grading anonymously to prevent any bias. Thank you very much.